Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator. How are you today? So, I like to explain to my first timers real quick. I see, hear, feel, sense, know. They talk to me, but they also show me pictures. You slow my roll down with these teeth. And I call it spiritual charades. So when they show me pictures, they don't usually describe them, they just show it. So I try to describe it to you. They will not give me all the details of anything because the details are none of my business. They'll give me enough that you should understand what he's trying to say. So if you don't understand it now, keep it in mind. You'll either remember it later, see it later, or somebody else will validate it for you later and know what he's trying to mention. So this is not an exact science. You got to stretch it outside the box a little bit sometimes. I will not try to make anything fit. It either does or it doesn't. I'll just tell you whatever they say, it's their show. They'll tell you what you need to hear, maybe not always what you want to hear. So we're going to talk to Greg, and excuse me. Yeah, let me see what he's going to show. Okay. Well, he's showing you really young. So I usually ask them not to go too far back. When you're too young to remember, he's trying to show a memory. So I don't know how old you were when he left. Um, he's showing you, and this is typical kid, very young, jumping on the furniture, on the bed, always jumping, jumping off the end of the couch, smacking your head on the end table, something. But just now you're standing on the back of the couch and you're bailing off. That you must have been quite the climber jumper. He said you were everywhere. He's just showing you jumping everywhere, everywhere. So hopefully you aren't too young that you can't remember that. He says that you used to jump, like either come flying up off the bed or flying up off the couch and jump into his arms where he would catch you. And I don't spend my whole reading trying to validate that it's him. He'll give you a couple of things so you know for sure that it's him. The rest of it's going to be him talking to you. All those validating things are just mediums. They just pat themselves on the back, go, look what I can do. As long as he lets you know for sure it's him. Okay, now he's showing a swing. He's showing a swing outside, hooked to a tree, rope swing. He's showing one with a board on the bottom of it. You know, the rope. Oh, good grief, Rhonda, describe it. Doesn't have to be exactly this way. It's just the picture that he's showing me of a rope swing hanging from a tree. And he's pushing you. But he was also sitting in it first. It's like he was showing you how to do it. Like he sat in it first and goes, okay, this is how it works. And he's swinging you pretty hard, where as little as he's showing you in the swing, I would be afraid to do that myself, but he's saying you're going higher, higher, push it harder, higher, get me higher, until it looks like when you go up, you're literally going to fall out of the swing, but you're hanging on for dear life. And you're both laughing hysterically. He's showing a little red wagon. It says red flyer on the side, but it doesn't have to be a red flyer, but he's showing that type of wagon. He said, I will not make anything fit. Don't know where he's going. Hang on. He's going. It's like, I don't know how old you are now because I don't try to creep anybody's Facebook page. It just messes my mind up. What little logical mind I have. But it's like I feel you like growing into a young man. And who I've never seen this before. He's making me feel like I went from a little kid growing into a young man. But and the whole time that this is happening, he's still holding your hand. He's holding your hand when you were little, and he's holding it as you're growing up. So he's showing that he's right by your side, even now, as you're growing up. Show me. So I said, I don't know how big you are, but you look like you're much bigger than he is. Of course, that picture, he's pretty slim. He's pretty bigger than him. So he's holding, this may make a difference. It may not. Holding your left hand. He's holding your left hand. So sometimes you will feel, it could feel like he's got your hand between his hands like that. It could feel like somebody is actually kind of holding your hand, and it will be so slight that you will just not even think anything of it. Usually when something like that happens, and I don't know how you will receive the energy, you will feel maybe a pressure. Sometimes they'll even, like when they hold my hand, it even feels like my hand's kind of swelling up. It doesn't physically swell up, but it kind of feels like it gets full, or it feels like it gets really warm, or it can, like right now, this part of my palm feels really, really full. Almost like there's something there, like a ball sitting on it or something, but there's nothing there, obviously. Usually, don't know how you'll receive it, warmth or tingling like goosebumps. If they really are trying hard to get your attention, it even happened to me this morning. I said, all right, if you're here, let me know. And right by the tattoo that has his name on my ankle, it was like a pin sticking me. They'll even get that forceful if they're trying to get your attention. And I told him, hey, I get it, back off. And you can tell them to back off if it hurts, if they push it that much. Sometimes they don't even realize it hurts. Sometimes they do it because they're really trying to get your attention for some reason. Anyway, know that when you feel that, or hold your hand out and ask him to hold your hand. He's showing the left hand. Probably doesn't have to be the left hand. That's just the one that he's showing. He's showing that he's walking beside you all the time. You feel his presence. You sense his presence. And he, like I said, he's showing on the left side. Doesn't have to be, but you sense, like, it's like when somebody's staring at you across the room and you go, wow, I feel that. Who's staring at me? You can feel their presence. It's their energy. He's showing, looking over your left shoulder while you're doing some kind of work. I was going to say paperwork, but I'm not sure that it's paperwork. And I'm guessing probably not any one thing in particular, but he's usually looking over your left shoulder. You can also feel that presence there. You could even see a little wavy line in the camera. I don't know that it shows up on my camera very well, but cameras pick up a lot of stuff that the naked eye can't see when it comes to their energy. That's why everybody uses cameras in paranormal work. He has hung very, very tight, very close to you all this time. I don't know how long he's been gone. Okay, did he smoke? He's talking about cigarette smoke. Sometimes you'll get a whiff of cigarette smoke. You can be in your house, your car, store, outside, doesn't matter where it's at. You get that whiff of cigarette smoke and nobody's around smoking. Know that that's him just kind of going, hey, I'm here, just getting your attention, letting you know I'm here. He's going like this now. He's very excited. He goes, now they're going to know. Now they're going to know I haven't left them. Now he's going to understand that I have been sending him signals. He says, stop doubting yourself. Stop doubting yourself. Be true to you. Don't let somebody tell you different. Stick to your guns. And he's almost yelling this. No, I am not disappointed in you. Never have been, never will be. And he's very loud and adamant about it. I love you very much. Okay, so this is the way they show me a path, and they show me a house at the end, which is just where you're the end destination. It's not necessarily a house. It's just, anyway, that really doesn't matter. Path, and he showed you kind of went out like this, but you're coming back. You're either you're this far from being back on your right path. You've kind of a big whoop-de-doo here, and you're almost reconnected with the path you need to be on, where you're actually going to feel whole. I don't want to say this. I don't know. Sorry, something beeped and distracted me. Where you actually going to feel? I don't want to say good either. Good's not the right word I want to use. Darn it. Well, you're just gonna know. You'll just know. So he's kind of showing himself back. So if you feel something pushing on your upper back, he's showing himself back behind you, pushing you back to that point. He said, there wasn't anything bad. It's nothing bad. Just you'll be back on your soul path. And he's helping to get you there, to nudge you. And he's doing more than nudging. He says you will be able to see more clearly once you get back there. And you're that close, so it's no big deal. And okay. So when we come down here, we have a plan. We have a soul plan. And even if we get off the path, it doesn't matter. We're still going to get back on our soul plan. I mean, it really takes a lot to never get back on it. So these are just lessons learned. These are just little, everybody makes hiccups or whatever. These are just lessons, these are little whoop-de-doos that we always, it just might, instead of going straight down the path, he's wanting to make a point of this for some reason. It's nothing to feel guilty about, nothing to feel bad about. It's just a lesson we learned. Maybe we took a little longer route. We took the scenic tour. Oh man, you should see my scenic tour. It's he says it's all good. It's all good. It's right. It's okay. And asking for help. Whatever he was good at here, and I've said this 1,000 times. If Uncle Joe didn't have a pot to piss in, don't ask Uncle Joe to help you with your financial stuff. So whatever Dad was good at when he was here, ask him to help you now. Whatever that department was, finding you a job or skill or whatever. He can nudge people, open doors. But you have to be ready to accept the help when he does bring it. And it'll probably come in a way you never expected. Mine has. He says, all right, he's talking about sisters. I don't know how many sisters you have, and even if they don't have to be blood. It's the feeling of a sister. So whether you have sisters or not, I think you do, but I don't know. But he's stressing even if they aren't blood sisters, so that feeling, sisterly feeling. He says you need to pull them in closer. You need to grab your band of merry men. That sounds like Robin Hood. Grab your band of merry men a little tighter. He says don't stray out too far from each other. Don't let anything get in. It's like he's trying to huddle you in, kind of like a mother hen, and push everybody back together. Band of merry men. That includes the girls. Yesterday is gone. Yesterday is dead and gone. He's not talking about himself. Let bygones be bygones. Keep your eyes open because you have a lot of sunshine coming your way. Keep your eyes open and be ready for it. And he's not talking about the weather. He says, let that shit go from behind you. You're not going that way. And it's like once you get back on this path, you're gonna. It's like steam. It's gonna be smooth sailing, and it's gonna be rapid in a good way. And he's showing like just all these good things are just gonna drop in your lap. Just boom, 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 as you're. And yeah, I've never seen it shown that way. You do deserve them. But always remember to be grateful for them. Don't take it for granted. You're going to have an amazing ride. And I'm going to be the driver to talk to him. Promise you 1,000%. He can hear you, he can see you. Absolutely. You just can't hear and see them. Sometimes you can. Did you think that you heard a male voice when you were in the shower one time, or maybe more than once? You heard a man speak? If you haven't, you're going to, so don't get scared. And a lot of times when they try to speak, well, I can hear them, but see, I hear them with these ears up here. I don't usually hear them with these ears. A lot of times when they try to speak, it might sound like muttering, or once in a while, usually when it's a high-pitched shriek, it's only in one ear. If it's in both ears, you have tinnitus like I do. One ear, usually the really high-pitched shriek is a higher up, it's a guide, an angel, archangel, something. So usually theirs is more like a muttering or a hum or maybe a little bit of a shriek. But it'll be in one ear because that's the ear they're trying to talk in. Now he's showing you with a baseball cap, and you have it backwards, and he turns it around frontwards, and you put it on backwards, and he turns it around frontwards. So I don't know if you tried to wear your hat backwards when you were little, and he said, no, you're not going that way. Turn it around front ways, like you're supposed to. He's showing it's almost like a tug of war between the two of you. Or he might be symbolizing something when you got older. He's not saying. Okay, he says grandma's here. Don't know if he means your grandma or his grandma. But he's showing her as a very, very tall lady. So sometimes they'll exaggerate that just so I get the fact that she was taller. So she may not be extremely tall, but he might just be making sure I see that. I don't know if you have kids yet, but he's saying your children, live your life with them as if today is your last day here. Live your life that way with your children and make those memories. He's wanting you to instill memories in them. So if you were, he's not saying you're leaving, he's not saying you're going anywhere, don't get worried. What kind of memories would you like your children to have of you if you left? Like when I left, I didn't have the memories that I wanted you to have of me. I did not do enough with you to have those hardcore, not hardcore, that's not a good word. Those memories that really stick with you. That's what he's trying to say. Those memories that really, like a hard copy. He said hard copy memory. So make sure that your kids have those memories that they can keep with them. You're not going anywhere, but it doesn't matter because that's something they'll carry all through their life. And he wants you to not make the same mistake that he did, if that makes sense. I hope I made sense. You never know about me. Make sure they have those memories with you. The make of memories, he's stressing make of memories that they won't forget. He says, cool memories, cool memories. Because he wished he would have done more of that with you. First he showed me a pair of skis, and then he showed me some ice skates. Don't know why. Sometimes they just throw out pictures or words. They'll give you whatever he says. Don't know what part of the country you live in. Not sure how that fits. Just keep it in mind. He says, I just want to see you happy. Be happy. Don't let things weigh you down too much that you can't be happy. I love you deeply. And it's something like, almost like he's tapping his feet. It's like he's got, almost like he's got dress type shoes on. They don't really look like work boots. They're like, and it's not really even a nervous tapping. He's not stomping on the floor. I'm not sure how to explain this. Tapping. The shoes are tapping on the floor. Not walking. I'm sorry, I don't know how to describe this one. Almost like tap dancing, but it's not tap dancing. But you will hear that you will hear that in your house somewhere. And like I said, I'm sorry, I can't describe that one better. It's not impatient tapping. It's not just sitting there tapping your foot. I don't know what to call it. It's anyway, you will hear these. It's not really footsteps. Wow, Rhonda. I usually know how to describe about anything. Can't describe this simple tapping. So anyway, if you take a dress shoe and tap it on like the linoleum or hardwood floor or something, you will. You either have or you will hear this sound. And when you get any of these things, these signs from him, validating, telling you love him, telling you know that's him, thank you, bring me more, you're welcome in my house, welcome to come see me, let him know he can hear you, I promise you. He says, no, I'm not lurking. I'm not lurking. I'm just hanging around. Why would he think he was lurking? Maybe that's why I felt like I needed to say, make sure he knows he's welcome in your home. Okay, with that, he's going to leave. He's excited that you're going to know that he is around and still with you. He's excited that he knows that you're still that he's still holding your hand. Always be grateful to him, always thank him. He says, I love you, son. You're still ornery. Stay that way. Makes life more interesting. Stir the pot, but not too much. In a good way. In a fun way. Not in a mean way. He says, that's my guidance for you for right now. And with that, he's going to leave. He's kind of skipping off, dancing, smiling. Feels good. A lot of love for you. Okay, so he's leaving. Thank you for allowing me to be his voice. I hope you get some of these signs that you understand those are from him. It's not your imagination. Hope he doesn't scare you in the shower. Much love to you. Thank you. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator. See you later, my dear.